Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you on this Wednesday, midweek, June 28, 2023? Good morning, Tommy, Dicron, Muthu, Thomas, JW, JBJB again, Chip. How are you guys? That's the only names I can see, so if you're up above there, apologize, I can't see you there. Hello, Winslow. How are you? All right, we ready for another exciting day? Yesterday was kind of exciting. Yesterday was kind of cool. Good morning, Angela. How's everybody doing? Okay, all right. Let's take a look at the market. Once again, the bulls, they're trying to take back the sword. I think we need a little confirmation here. The trend is still intact, is nasty as we got here. Here, just this pullback, lower lows, as nasty as it got. We're still holding above the trend indicator here, so all is good, right? Well, we still need this confirmation. Yesterday was a terrific day. It looks like we're opening up in a really good spot this morning. The big thing I think will be getting above 439. We'll call it 40 up here, 439.40. Getting through that candle right there. If we can get through that, then that just puts the price in reach of the current price. And that could just pop us right through there. On the downside, if we start to fail, here's what could happen. And I'm going to just draw that line right there. I've got no idea that if that's going to be where the line where it could be. If we come up here and fail, that's going to give us a low and a lower low. A failed high, and then another failed high. If we come back and break that level right there, ooh, kind of an oddball, then I think the chances are really good we test the 50-period moving average. If we come down and test the 50-period moving average, it might squeeze the market so hard that it starts to frighten the bulls, because the bulls are a little timid anyway, I think. And if you give the bears just an ounce of power, they will take more. And that could drop us lower, and that's not what you want to see if you are a bull. Now, if you're a bear, hey, let's rock and roll, and we'll certainly get on that bear game. But for now, we're climbing that wall of worry. Let it climb. Take advantage of it. Work your winners. Get rid of your losers. Simple as that. All right, let's take a look at some charts here. I'm going to start with Wolf. Now, yesterday, I was in Wolf, and the reason I'm starting with this is, one, I've had 2 emails from members on this, because I bought this yesterday and I closed it yesterday. It turned out to be just a day trade. And the reason, both emails was, why did I close it? Because there was nothing wrong with yesterday's candle. And you're absolutely right. There is absolutely nothing wrong with yesterday's candle. Well, what I did yesterday is partway up, I took part of the position off, half the position. And then the candle kept going, and I ended up with a $1,900 trade. So why did I take the position off the table? 1,900 reasons why. That's simple. I can't speak for Joe or anybody here. I'm in the business of taking money off the charts. I'm in the business of taking money out of the market. I am not in the business of trying to maximize every single trade to its absolute potential. I am not in the business of doing that. I have discovered that borders, for me personally, it borders the line of insane greed. So I'm very happy with my 1,900 reasons. Now, there's absolutely no reason why I can't get back in this, and this is another reason why I'm showing this chart. I think this is a beautiful setup here, and I still think it has higher potential. I'll wait for a new entry and then we'll look at that trade. Typical entry is going to be something like it is right now, an inside day to yesterday, which would be below the highest high in the past 5 days. That's one you guys know I do a lot. And of course the 3-8 trap. Now I'm not going to say that this is a buy, boom, the bell opens up, buy it. No, I'm going to wait for what I think is the best setup. Either way, I still think this is an extremely nice chart. We've got a nice trend here. Price came back, gave it up a little bit, retested that 50 period moving average, and now we're rocking back to the upside, looking at a nice potential bullish J-hook continuation pattern. And right there would be, once we break out of the top, there's a nice J-hook continuation pattern. Another one that I want to talk about, and I think a lot of people, just like that wolf, I think there's a lot of members that may have bought this AR yesterday. I know I bought this AR, currently up 15.8% on 10 contracts or $430. This is a rounded bottom breakout. If you're a member and you don't know what a rounded bottom breakout is, please ask this morning after the bell, preferably, and I'll be more than happy to explain that to you. We've got a nice trend running here. You can see that we've got a little bit of flat trading right in there, and that's an ascending triangle. We're up over the 50 period moving average with what looks like to be some pretty good targets to the upside. This being one area right here. This being one area right here. In fact, we ought to put that right in there because we have this double top, and then we're also at the dotted deuce. This is another one that if you are a member of Hit and Run Candlesticks in the room, can hear me here. If you don't know what the dotted deuce is, please ask, preferably after the market opens up, and I'll be happy to answer that for you. Let's see here. There was another. Oh, FCX is another one that I think a lot of members are in and should be doing pretty good with it. Should be doing pretty good. Now, yes, I'm holding 2 positions in FCX. Both are green. Picked up one, was it yesterday? The second position yesterday, I believe it was. And I think there's other members that did the same thing. Currently up 19% on that position. And this still looks like it's working out quite nice. This is also a J-hook continuation pattern where we just pop up, we pull back, and then we move up again, just like that. Once we break out, that's when the J-hook completes, I guess is the way you'd put it. Completes and moves up. Right here is the building of that J-hook setup, that continuation pattern that seems to be working. We're over the 200 period moving average. The trend indicator is still green. Everything is looking pretty good. Unless these bulls just totally fall apart, I don't see any reason why we can't get up and test the $42 range up in there. Okay, yesterday we put together, the members, I had nothing to do with it, okay? I wanted to stay out of this one. And the reason I wanted to stay out is I didn't want to influence anybody. The members put together a basket of charts to trade and to focus on. And a couple of those, take Amazon here, that's in that basket. This is still setting up extremely nice. I do own it already. I think a lot of other people own it already. This is still setting up to break out and move higher right here. So when I look at Amazon right now, here, let me get rid of that line. And let me put this box up here. I'm going to box in that bullish candle. And we better put that line back up there now that I think about it. There we go. It's there for a reason. All right. That line right there represents that bullish candle breaking out. This candle is an inside day. Well, for those that don't know, this is also an inside day. And yes, you guessed it, this is an inside day. And you guessed it one more time. Today so far is an inside day. All of those candles are an inside day to the candle that matters. This is the candle that matters. This candle broke out, and all we're doing is quietly just moving sideways, resting, sleeping, having dessert, call it whatever you want to call it. Now we're just simply waiting for that next little breakout to run that next little run up here. So I think Amazon is set up nice. I believe Apple is also on that list, and Apple's doing the same thing. Beautiful trend. It's working great. Here, let's do this to this one. This candle right here, that's the candle that matters. There we go. And what we do? Inside day. Here, let me put my arrow in there. There we go. Inside day. Inside day to that candle. And then what did we do here? We opened up inside day, right? And then broke out. See, this is exactly what we're wanting for Amazon. We want that candle that matters, that rest, and then break out, and then start that next leg. Amazon's the same way. And I think there's both. I'm in both. Members, I think there's some members here in both. What time is it? Do I have time? A couple minutes. Let's take a look at, I think GM is setting up nice. Look at GM here. That's a beautiful trade. And by the way, Ford is also setting up, okay? Very nice. GM, what I'm looking for a move here is up here to, say, 43. Now, there's going to be some stop-offs along the way. Believe me, this high here could be a little stop-off right through here, right through there. I'm not going to put 19 lines in there, so let's just do that and call it a day. That area could be a stop-off and then up into here. Once we break out, now we can get into this bigger move right here. And I said Ford. Ford is very much the same way. Beautiful chart if you're looking for some of those charts. Hey, Chip, I'll post them in here shortly, okay? Yeah, I'll post that list in here shortly, all right? Let's see. What else do we have? Pepsi. Pepsi is looking pretty good here. Now, you know, Pepsi, I think Pepsi needs to break out of this high, this area right here, right where. I think Pepsi needs to break out of there. Now, that doesn't mean that it can't be bought down here. It can be. Clearly, there's buyers there, right? And clearly, there's buyers and sellers in here. I just think it needs to be broken out. That's just a personal trader's choice. Chip there could say, heck no, I'm going to jump in right now. There's nothing wrong with that. Perfectly fine. Just my preference would be here. When it boils down to it, everybody looking at Pepsi, just take a look at this candle here. Here, let me do it this way. Starting with this candle. Look how we have the wick on here. So I'm going to say it starts right there. And then this candle. And then the fact that we opened up, now we've pulled back. There's a little wick here pre-market. All these people here are people buying this, trading it, getting involved with Pepsi right here. Everybody that's looking at Pepsi is looking at it here, and when it breaks out, you'll see that there will be more buyers here. So what it amounts to is that's just an entry area. That's all it is. Sure, if you buy it down here, you make a few nickels moving up here. If that's the kind of trade you like. If you buy it here, sure, you make a few nickels when it moves up. And if that's the trade you like, okay. If you would rather wait till it breaks out and maybe you see things a little more clearly, that's what I see. I just see getting out of this mess right here. Well, then you make a few nickels trading up here. So It's not like you have to buy it low. It's not like you have to buy it on the breakout. If you just analyze the chart, you can see that the buyers are starting to get interested. That's what that wick represents. That's what that candle represents. And that's what today represents. And as we break out, you're going to see buyers in there. Okay. CV is asking me, do you set an alert for the breakout? I don't set alert, CV. That's that's tools that a trader may have in their tool bag. What I'm going to do is I guess in a way I use an alert, I suppose. I use this nifty tool here, live trading alerts. And then I have Pepsi on, this is on our bull basket watch list. So it'll come up here. If it starts making a new day high, and I can adjust it. So if it makes a 2-bar high, I can do that if I wanted. Then I could see it here and decide if I want to buy it or not. So I set alerts this way. I don't set alerts on the chart. I set alerts like this. Okay. So I guess I do set alerts. Just maybe not the way you're thinking. All righty. And thanks for that, by the way. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here. We'll be back at the bottom of the hour, get this market opened up, see if we can make a few nickels. Give me a few minutes, Chip, and I'll get that list posted in here for you and anyone else, okay? Thank you very much. See you guys in a